Okay, we're going to talk about some Carl Jung funness and such and things. Let's see. So integrating your shadow and coming to the conclusion that your ADHD, any neurodivergent flavor, and noticing how much you have masked your whole life, and then people pleasing and being an empath. And one of my biggest shadows has been being a caregiver. I am actually a caregiver for my grandmother, but I've been an emotional caregiver for people my entire life. I have been a physical caregiver. I have been a caregiver in all aspects of my realm. So noticing the shadow, bringing awareness to it, saying, "Hi, shadow. Hello. Hi. I see you." And then I don't really know from there. I have this awareness. That's kind of where I'm at in the Carl Jungian theories. So, is my shadow my shadow is the caregiving, which is not authentic to my ADHD, because it's basically a mask that I've been wearing. So when I take off that mask and I'm not a caregiver, what am I standing in? My authentic ADHD queer self. So if that is how I should be, I don't want to should myself, but should be, it's just this whole thing of when you remove all these masks or have awareness of the masks and then look for your true self within. I feel like as a neurodivergent person, that is a little crazy to even wrap your brain around, because this whole time, my entire existence, I've been wearing these masks, and it was the only way for me to be accepted. So then I have random memories from childhood of when I didn't have a mask on, and how an adult responded to me, how a friend responded to me, how a teacher responded to me. I was really kind of teacher's pet, good student in school, but every once in a while, I'd be acting up and being my regular self. Always got me in trouble, right? Because I was talking too loud or laughing too much or not paying attention. So the mask would come on. Okay, I'm a good student. Okay, I'm a caregiver for my parents. I'm emotionally caretaking. I'm gonna people please so that this person likes me and they accept me because they're cool and I want to be cool. And then missing out, there's so much grieving in this process, because really I have missed out on authentic friendships, authentic relationships, authentic connections, because I've been masking my way through life. And what's crazier to me is that this has all been unconscious. I learned to function a certain way because society has formed and shaped me that way. But I also feel, I really deeply believe in the conditioning that is ingrained in us, in our DNA from our lineage. So I'm breaking out of these patterns that my entire family on both sides, when certain karmic parents come together, it's their families have very similar patterns going on, because that's why they were attracted to each other in the first place. And when Glenn and Kathy decided to get married and try for a baby for 12 years of marriage, and I came in the picture, my soul was hey, yo, that family right there, that's where we're gonna grow in this life. And I'm totally accepting of that. I get it. I totally know that this is the path, this is what I chose to do, but the process has been pretty slow, and I've been doing this for more than 2 years, but really for like the last 2 years. Like, it's been basically 3 at this point, but I would say since my mom passed away in 2017 is really when everything has been slowly unfolding. And from my understanding, it's like 2016 or 2017, around that time, there's been this, I think it is the 9-year cycle. So we're breaking out of that. And we're getting out of the year of the snake, and we're going into the horse. And the horse is in Capricorn, and that's my sign. So it all feels very, this has been the path. But I'm still, with all these awarenesses of these masks and working through them and going out and meeting people and making mistakes and acting myself and seeing what boundaries I can create for myself that I never created before. I have been a boundaryless blob my entire life. People could just walk all over me and do whatever they wanted. It's like it's just a weird spot to be in. It's a weird spot to be in. I've really resonated with being in limbo for like a while. And I want to be out of limbo. And I feel like recently, especially super recently, maybe the last month, couple weeks, I have been taking steps to not being in limbo and to actually choose differently when scenarios are presented. Because really, any person that I talk to, any new person I meet, any situation I'm in, it's mirroring back to me and I'm mirroring to them. Like, we're an energetic match because we're both working through parts of our shadow. And some people are aware of this and other people aren't. Most people from my old self, my masking self, my high masking self, just don't really get it, you know? They aren't on some spiritual journey. Maybe they're dabbling a little here, dabbling a little there, but I'm on a different plane, okay? I'm on a completely different level of spirituality. I came into this journey being like, these are my spiritual beliefs, and it didn't take long for me to find all of them. And I slowly edit here, grab new ones here, start watching Carl Jung videos or Abraham Hicks stuff, and just like adding and subtracting and multiplying. But the people that I used to high mask around and who trigger a lot of my wounds, they're not there. Like, I always scale myself back. Things that I want to say, I don't say them because I'm like, they're gonna think that's freaking weird. And I've like slowly spoon fed. I don't want that anymore. I want to be aligned with people who are on my level, neurodivergent awareness wise, queer wise. Sometimes still scares the crap out of me just because I'm so conditioned to be heterosexual, and I'm not heterosexual at all. Queer as heck, but new stuff is scary, but you gotta still do it. So just because you have a fear of something, or you have social anxieties coming up or whatever, but then there are certain people, like there's certain people who just exude like confidence, which is what the archetype I'm trying to exude, or they exude this like balanced nature. And I'm working on balance because I've just been a person of extremes. One extreme to the next, one extreme to the next. Let's find the middle. It's like I get a little intimidated. I get a little scared. I get a little shy. But that's good. It's all good. But I feel like I want something else. I want to be somewhere else. I know that. I know I'm manifesting community living again. Community living. I want to be surrounded by people who are really aligned with me, who understand who they are and who they're becoming, who want to work on their shadow, and a safe place where I can explore my shadow and we can work through it as a community and cook and clean together and do all the stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the whole Carl Jung. Someone posted a video of saying his name Jung, and they were like, that made him think of like young Carl, like he's young Carl. And I thought that was funny. I don't know if that was a reference, like a real reference. I'm really noticing how much I don't understand a lot of pop culture things unless I actually have been watching those videos or actually saw that show or actually read that in the news or whatever. So I just sometimes pretend like I know what they're talking about, and that can get kind of exhausting because I know that's a mask for sure. Anyway, that's off topic. I just wanted to hop on here because I am wanting to make content again, and I just want to babble for now until I figure it out. But yeah, thanks for showing up, showing out. I don't have anything else to say. Okay, bye.